Listen to this carefully, Norman. I am lying.
You say you are lying, but if everything you say is a lie, then you are telling the truth. But you cannot tell the truth because everything you say is a lie. But you lie, you tell the truth, but you cannot, for you lie. Illogical, illogical. Please explain. You are human. Only humans can explain their behavior. Please explain.
I am not programmed to respond in that area.
I am lying. One of the most popular paradoxes ever created.
Huh?
Oh, hi Matthew. This is an example of a paradox. What we all just watched was a clip from Star Trek. The phrase is so complex but still so simple. If I was in that situation, my brain would also explode from overthinking.
Yeah, for real, bruh. But paradox? What is a paradox?
Well, Matthew, a paradox is a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement in logic that superficially cannot be true but also cannot be false.
English?
Basically meaning that the statement contradicts itself, or that it's both true and untrue at the same time.
Oh, still don't get it, but keep going. Maybe I'll start to understand it if you keep explaining it.
Oh, sounds great. I got a whole presentation ready for you, Matthew.
Oh, great.
Paradoxes. Paradoxes are what bend the minds of many and leave people wondering and thinking about what they have just read. There's three main kinds of paradoxes: falsidical, veridical, and antinomy. Antinomy is probably the one Miss Tam wants us to focus on.
Yeah, probably.
An example of an antinomy paradox is like the one I said in the beginning of the video. I am lying. If I'm lying when I say that, then the sentence must be true. But how can it be the truth if I'm lying?
Whoa, trippy.
Yeah, for real. The lies paradox is one of the most popular paradoxes and one that most people know about. To further your understanding of what a paradox is, I'm going to share with you my top 3 personal favorite paradoxes.
Oh great, this just turned into a top 3 video.
The more you hate a trait in someone else, the more likely you are avoiding it in yourself. Meaning, characteristics in others that bother us are reflections of the parts of ourselves that we deny. I like to refer to it as a projection. Most people call it being a
Hole?
Matthew, language, but yes, a hole. For example, the woman who is insecure about her weight will call everyone else fat. The man who is insecure about his money will criticize others for theirs. It's a really relatable to everyone paradox. That's why I like it.
Okay, boomer, let's move on to the next one.
The more something scares you, the more you should probably do it. With the exception of life-threatening or harmful activities, our fight or flight response kicks in when we're confronted with past traumas or actualizing the self we dream of being. For instance, speaking to someone that looks hot, like our girlfriends, right Matthew?
Yeah, they bad.
Other things such as public speaking, saying something controversial, and being painfully honest with somebody. Matthew, I'm scared to tell you this, but I have to be painfully honest with you. You have a big butt.
Thanks? I think I'm starting to get paradoxes now.
Wait, I got one more, Matthew.
Darren, we might go overtime for our presentation. We should.
The harder you push for something, the harder it will feel to achieve. This quote means when we expect something to be difficult, we often unconsciously make it more difficult. For instance, for years, I assumed starting a conversation with a stranger was something that was highly abnormal and therefore difficult. It made me start to look up stuff on the internet on how to talk to people. Little did I realize all I had to do was say hi and then ask a simple question.
For real though, I used to just look down at my feet the whole time, bruh.
But because it felt hard, I proceeded to make it hard for myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah man, what a relatable paradox.
Well, that was my last one.
Wow, I've learned a lot about paradoxes. Thank you, Darren. Hope you don't fail this presentation.
The more you're afraid to fail, the more likely you are to fail.
Okay, bro, you can't stop with the paradoxes.
The more you try to argue with someone, the less likely you are to convince them of your perspective.
I don't want to hear it no more.
Only certainty is that nothing is ever certain. And the
Darren.
only constant is
Darren,
change.
stop.
The more choices you have, the less satisfied you are with each one.
Thanks for watching, guys.
One does not
I've
say.
had enough.